Good morning, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, according to your time. Mm, 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 mm. Hi guys, how have you guys been doing? This morning, I want to talk to you about colonoscopy. So, in recent years, you are supposed to do colonoscopy. At what age did you do yours? At what age did you do yours? If you did, and if it's not, do you think it's a good idea to do colonoscopy? Do you? Colonoscopy, what is it? In recent years, it is expected, or it is, it's too early, right? It is recommended that you do colonoscopy between the ages of 45 and 75. When you do it, your first one at 45, first it used to be 50, I think, but for right now, they said 45. And if you do it at 45 and there is no risk, then you have to wait for 10 years from your initial one to do it again. But I don't know why I'm yawning. Oh, I had good sleep, so I don't know why I'm yawning. But if you did it and there is something wrong, then of course we are going to do follow-ups, procedures, evaluations, other diagnostic studies to see what could be going on. So, what does it do? What does it do? It is a procedure that is done to check your risk of colorectal cancer. And there is a risk according to the American Cancer Society guidelines for colorectal cancer screening. They said that you should do it. They said if you have an average risk, people at average risk of colorectal cancer, they start their regular screening at the age of 45. And since good morning. How are you guys doing? Since I am a little bit above 45, I guess my doctor, Stephanus, hello from Chimpoki. Hello from Maryland. So, you have to do it. Odeke Geoffrey. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. So, I went to my PCP. Where are you from? I am from Ghana. I'm a Ghanaian American. From Ulster, Ireland. Wow, Vicky. Hello. I like that, Vicky. Hello. How are you guys doing this morning? Good to have you guys on board. So I was at my PCP office about a month ago, and I was given referral to go back and see my orthopedic, my cardiologist, and also a GI doctor. This is the first time I'm seeing the GI doctor, and I like him. Hey, Amy. I like him a lot. I feel like he's very knowledgeable. He made it easy on the consultation. He has 5 preps. We're going to read it. This is what I was given. So he has 5 different medications sent to the pharmacy. So based on your insurance, they just got to pick one to give to you, right? So in my case, based on my insurance, this is what I was given. So we're going to get to it. So I wanted us to get to the bottom of why colonoscopy. So how to put our minds to steady. Ooh, okay. How to put your minds to steady. Have you researched on fixed mindset and growth mindset? We are human beings, and some of us just don't feel like we want to study. Also, based on our foundation, how we were groomed, you cannot do the same thing. You cannot have the same interest. You have two kids grew up. One person from the very get-go, they read storybooks to them. They send them to the library. They teach them how to be industrious from the very get-go. They put them in swimming classes, gymnastic classes, um, you know, coding classes, right? Guys, I'm deviating for a minute because someone asked the question, how to develop, fix my steady skill, how to put our mind to steady. How do you force yourself to steady? That child, first of all, I'm a psych nurse practitioner, okay? So I work on the minds and I'm a prescriber. So it makes sense that I have to stop and answer that question, and then we go back to the colonoscopy story, okay? So you can't have that child become a teenager, and then another child that grew up on the screens, playing games on the computer, maybe from a divorced home, like me. I'm from a divorce. My kids are from divorced homes, right? Because they were very young when their father left us, right? So, in case me as such a parent, I have to work to fend for the family. I have to work to provide for the family. Or I just don't know the benefit of reading to the child, taking the child to the library so the child will see other kids reading, sit down with the child in the library, read to the child, even as a baby. But they are always on the screen, or you went to work, you left them alone, they are not in any programs. Those children and the other kids I described cannot be teenagers and be doing the same thing or have the same interest. You get it? So that child now is growing. They have to decide. I love you too, Vicky. How to, yeah, I think that's what we are doing. Wow, you and your accent is beautiful. Thank you, Blunt. You see what I'm saying? So you do what? That child now have to learn, in fact, force themselves to acquire certain skills, reading skills, develop interest in doing productive and industrial things, right? So in this case, you can go online, research. You have to think about how to read something a little bit daily, how to invest into yourself. What if it's your health that you want to invest in? Taking little baby steps, starting to walk, starting to do stretching exercises at home, starting a lot of things you can do little by little. So you have to research on the specific things you want to study about. If it's academic achievement, learn about how people become successful in school. You go to YouTube University, type it in research. You will find some videos, some tips, some guidelines, and boom, you see that as you take baby steps to do those activities, you will start improving bit by bit by bit. You get it? If it's diet, the same. So you have to, it's called lifestyle modification. Career, I'm on that journey with my son, by the way. So we're doing the same things. I would look at videos, send to him. When I'm going to work, I leave him with an assignment. What do you want to do? That kind of thing. Yeah. Do this before I come. Do that, do this, do this. Because he's becoming a young adult. You know, he'll be 18 next month. So we are learning certain things. So it makes sense. So you see, back to the colonoscopy story. Okay. So it says that people who are in good health and with a life expectancy of more than 10 years should continue regular colorectal cancer screening through the age of 75. So you have to be screening every 10 years to the age of 75. When you get to 75, then you probably don't need to do it again. That 75 is the cutoff age for doing colonoscopy. Okay, and they said that for people who are 76 to 85, the decision to be screened should be based on a person's preference, life expectancy, overall health, and prior screening history. Personally, I understand why 75 they wouldn't after 75 they wouldn't want to do it again, because at that point, what else? Why should you bother? You understand? But if at that point you still feel like, hey, I'm healthy, I've lived long, I want to, but I wouldn't bother my GI tract after that. Over 85 should no longer get colorectal cancer screening. So the main reason why they do the colonoscopy is to screen you for colorectal cancer, your risk. When they go in there and there are polyps in your colon, in your GI tract, they clean it out. So this procedure ahead, they'll put you to sleep. When they do it, they'll put you to sleep. And then when they put you to sleep, they will do it. You have to go there with somebody, and the person have to be available to drive you back after the procedure. So yeah, this is one of the 5 prescriptions sent to the pharmacy. Based on my insurance, this is what I was given. This is what I was given. Today I'm a little bit free, so I'm going to read the instruction and the different medication that were sent before I was given this one. Go lightly. That is what we used to call it in the hospital. Go lightly. But this one says Gavilite. So Gavilite is pretty much what's the name? It's a GI solution. It cleanses you out, right? It cleanses you out to make sure that you don't have anything in your stomach. So I believe that, of course, this don't have, this is, if I add water to this is like Miralax. If I add water to this, it will be just plain. It should be just, it will still look like water, and it doesn't have a taste. No, but this is what's gonna give it the nasty taste that will make it difficult to drink. But yeah, this right here. So I think when you add this to this is Miralax. Miralax don't have a taste. If I add water to it, I give it all the time at work. So if I add water to it, it will be plain white. Nothing happens to it, right? And then no taste. This is what's going to give it the nasty taste. This one right here. So hey, we move. Now, let's get to the reading part so that we know these are the receipts I was given from the pharmacy. So now we're going to find out the preparation process. This is my appointment. I have an appointment was given to come and do it. So this is what I need to know before I go in. So we are going to read it together now. We are going to read it together. Okay. So my appointment is next month. And I had to go with somebody, and they told me if you come in and you don't have someone that will drive you home, we will not we will not do the procedure. So always remember, because of the anesthesia, you are going to need somebody to go in there with them. Okay. So yeah, let me mute this sound on my computer. Okay. So we have things to do. What is a colonoscopy? It enables your doctor to examine the lining of your colon, okay, the large intestines, for abnormalities by inserting a flexible tube as thick as your finger into your anus and slowly advance it into the rectum and the colon. If your doctor has recommended a colonoscopy, this brochure, okay, so that's it. So pretty much that is what a colonoscopy is, okay. What preparation is required? You may select from one of several options that we provide later in this document, which is one of five. What I was giving is one of five, so we'll get to it. In general, the preparation consists of consuming a special cleansing solution and clear liquids and special oral laxatives. Yeah, so he told me that I have to use this, but I also have to use Miralax if I want to. But that solution, that powder is Miralax on its own, and you have to be on clear liquid diet for a few hours before the procedure, at least for 24 hours overnight before the procedure. You must drink plenty of Gatorade. I don't like Gatorade. The reason why you drink the Gatorade is because you will lose a lot of electrolytes. So Gatorade is considered liquid diet because it's not clear, right? But the reason you drink Gatorade is to replenish the loss of electrolytes in your body. You're going to lose it. Like if you have diarrhea, you see how you have diarrhea, you lose fluid, you lose electrolytes. That is the reason they want you to take Gatorade, because you're going to be taking stuff like that. Okay? You must drink plenty of Gatorade type liquids on the day before the test. In addition, where is my pen so I can be highlighting? I need to be highlighting so that I don't forget. In addition to the preparation. So in addition to this preparation, you must drink solutions that will replenish your electrolytes. The colon must be completely clean for the procedure to be accurate and complete. You know what? I have this thing here that a friend of mine gave me, capsules. I will use that. I'll use that in addition to this. Or I'll probably use that because this right here, I don't know. Completely clean for the procedure to be accurate and complete. So be sure to follow your doctor's instruction carefully, guys. Take note. The American College of Gastroenterology recommends a split dose preparation for superior cleansing. Wow. This is described in details later. Split dose, we don't know what that is, but they say we'll know later. There is at least a 4% chance of not being able to see cancer or polyps during the exams. Only 4% chance. That means the risk is high. That is why they do it now. They decrease the age to 45 in women. Only 4% in, I don't know if that 4% applies to only America or the world. But the risk of being free from colorectal cancer and being free from polyps is 4%, only 4%. So is that high or that's low? I'm thinking that's high. I don't know if that's high or not, but I think that's high. So what I was told is if they find polyps, they will take them out the same day. But if they don't find polyps, that would be a good thing, right? It means I'm even at a better situation. I am not at risk, so I wait for 10 years to do my next one. So that would be what? 56, then 66. Geez, 56, 66, 76. So I will do it 3 more times in my lifetime before I get to say no more. All right, let's see. So that it will be a total of 4 times. So 4 decades. For every decade after the initial one, you have to do it. Okay. What happens during the colonoscopy? Colonoscopy is well tolerated and rarely causes much pain. You might feel pressure, bloating, or cramping during the procedure. Your doctor will give you a sedative to help you relax and better tolerate any discomfort. So that is why you should decide, do you want a sedative or you want the anesthesia? I probably will go with anesthesia because I hate pain. I don't like physical pain. So we'll see how that goes. These are things he should have explained to me, excuse me, during my intake, when I went for my intake assessment, but obviously he didn't. So you will lie on your side or back while your doctor slowly advances a colonoscopy through your large intestine to examine the lining. Your doctor will examine the lining again as he or she slowly withdraws the colonoscopy. No, colonoscope, whatever they call that. That is the camera that they use to insert it. The procedure itself usually takes 15 to 60 minutes, up to about 1 hour. Although you should plan on 2 to 3 hours for waiting, preparation, and recovery. Yeah, you're gonna need time for after the procedure. They will keep you there for observation, and then after you are stable, that's when they will release you. In some cases, the doctor cannot pass the coloscope, whatever, through the entire colon to where it meets the small intestine. Although another examination might be needed, your doctor might decide that the limited examination is sufficient. Okay. What if the colonoscopy shows something abnormal? If your doctor thinks an area needs further evaluation, he or she might pass an instrument through the colonoscope to obtain a biopsy, a sample of the colon lining to be analyzed. That is how they analyze that. For when they get biopsy done, they send that cell to the lab to check the risk of cancerous cell. When I did the moist cyst removal in 2021 with my OBGY. That's the same thing they did. They sent the cell to the lab, and a few weeks later, they got back to me and said I did not have a risk for cancer, which is a good thing. I don't want anything like that, okay? So I'm grateful to God, and I'm expecting this to go well. I'm expecting to be at no risk. I've been very much no risk. I don't want to even hear low risk. no risk, is zero risk. Okay. However, let me tell you also, cleaning your colon is important, because if you don't, you are putting yourself at risk again for other things. And I personally, I have constipation issues. Because I have constipation issues, hey, I'm so yawning this morning. Because I have constipation issues, I have to make sure my colon is constantly clean. I don't want to be impacted, because once you can end up developing ileus. Then the ileus comes into another thing, and another thing. So yeah, I take care of my GI tract. But yeah, that is it for now. I don't want the video to be so long. So I'm going to stick to Facebook at this point, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for those who liked my video. God bless you. But I have to go, because I don't want this to be, usually my YouTube video, I like it to be less than 15 minutes, anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, but we are heading to 30, and it's enough. So I'm going to finish the rest up on, or I'm ending this, then I'll start another one on for YouTube. I'll end this and start another one, so that I'm able to continue reading. Okay, see you guys. But Facebook is still live, so let's start a new one, so it's not too long.